Good evening, folks. If you're just tuning in, this is the Elite Singles League being played out of Victoria's V Lounge. Today we have EMMANUEL taking on Brian Wallace. EMMANUEL is amongst the lower ranked guys. He's right there with me in the 500 range. Let's look up his Fargo real quick. He's a 533 now. And Brian Wallace, he is a 668. He's taking on someone who's 150 points above his Fargo. He's done fairly well so far, though. This is only their second rack. I think Brian broke first and he broke dry in the first rack. Emmanuel ran all the way to the 8, found himself in a funny position on the 8 ball. He did look at a couple of options, but ended up going for the one where he ended up scratching the ball. So he's pretty straight on this ball. It's going to be, he's going to need a good stroke to come out. Let's look at this on the overhead camera. I think he might be able to throw it in and stun it to the other side of the 8, just like, man, that's gonna hurt. This is a very difficult setup. This tournament or this league, so far, nobody has stood out as a clear winner, and no matter who you play, you're not expecting to get a lot of opportunities. So Emmanuel now with the chance to run out, ball in hand on an open table with 6 balls and the 8 ball. He's taking his time trying to decide. Decide his opening shot. He's probably going to play follow on the 9 ball. He's being a little cautious here. Almost came too far. That's nothing but nerves. He's not. It's still early. It's only their second game. Getting a call. I'll be right back. Just like that, Brian's up 3-0. None of the guys have been running out so far, except for the first rack where Emmanuel missed his 8 ball. Both times, though, he's given a ball in hand, which obviously doesn't help. This might be the first break and run. Brian almost scratched on the break that time. This is a funny angle. He almost wants to play a stop shot. Here, let's look at the overhead. Oh no, he's all right. He'll probably bump into the 6, just slightly. Oh, didn't want to do that. Pretty sure he's still fine. Just gonna play it in the side. Right, there you go. 4-0 for Brian. It's still a long race. I was up 4-1 yesterday against Clark Hayes, who just got married, by the way. Congratulations, my man. And he ran 3 racks in a row, and at the end of the 8-ball set, we were 4-4. I like the setup on this table 3. Shout out to Lisa Ogden and Curvy Mermaid Cookies. Lisa helped set up the camera when we were about to do the Wandy Fuka Cup. Brian on his 5th break. Let's see if he's figured it out. Nice looking break. Don't think he has many options for solid balls, probably the 7. Although I do think that he wants to play the stripes anyway. Oh, surprised that he played that shot and the way he played it. Golden opportunity for Emmanuel. The 6th ball is clearly sort of tight for the solids. So if it were me, I would be starting with the 15 ball and then coming up. That's what he seems to be playing also. Okay, not quite that way though. I would have bumped into the 7 and left myself a side shot on the 11. He's gonna lose some control over here. And the thing about when you don't really play for a specific position is you just hope that you get a next shot. Okay, he's all right. He's making it work. The 8 ball is not a gimme if he's gonna play those 3 balls up top. He's gonna play this in the side, get shape on the 9 ball. She's hopefully not drawing it. He seems to be drawing it. I don't like it. Now he can't play this ball in the side, and if he plays it in the corner, he has to hold so that he doesn't go behind the 6. There you go. That was the problem. That's why I did not like the draw shot. I would have rather come out this way and played this ball over here. Let's look at the overhead view. Yep, he is toast. It's probably looking at a kick, a two-rail kick. I like that. I like that a lot. I would have tried to play it a lot softer though. Leave the cue ball up table. Brian's probably going to start with the 6 ball, just run it down to the corner. It is all ball fouls, by the way, so they want to be cautious about not touching any balls. Has he picked his pattern yet? Probably. Looks like he's going whatever that last ball is, then 2, 4, 5, 1, and 8. He might change his mind looking at how the balls are. He's probably looking at the 5 now. There you go. Pretty sure he was playing for the 4, but he thinks it's better to play the 5 now. And okay. Decisions. Does he want to tread with the rails on this last ball? Looks like he does. Nice and easy. He's taking his time for some reason. He's picking the pocket for the 8. Probably gonna play it right here. Ooh. So Emmanuel's struggling with his finishes, and Brian is making sure to punish him like he should. Brian's up 5-0. 3 more games left in this 8-ball set, and then they'll move to 10-ball. Okay, missed Brian's break, but seems like a pretty runnable table. He seemed to have a shot on the solids, so he chose those. Very runnable table. Is looking at his pattern now. I think Brian uses a Q-Tech. He's one of the ones that like to use the more popular carbon fiber shafts, and he uses a Q-Tech 15K. Nicely done. He can go one rail on the 4 and play the 2 and the 5. However, seems like he's going for the 5. He's going to play the 5, come out one rail, hopefully come far. Oh, he made it worse. He was not looking for that. He does not have a bank, so that makes things interesting. I think he was trying to come back out this way, and then he had the right speed, I believe, to play the 4 in the corner. I don't see him getting out, especially because the 4 ball doesn't have a rail, a pocket. Yep, there you go. That's his best bet. Let's look at the bank angle. There's enough room between the rail and the ball, so he could bank it in the corner and hopefully get a shot on the 8 somewhere here. It's called the bank. He has to make this ball though. Okay, he missed. And he left EMMANUEL a shot on the 40. This is where he needs to, EMMANUEL needs to dig deep instead of going forward and shooting a shot. I would take a moment to look at the table, figure out the pattern, and not end up like he just did. I don't think he wanted to leave himself that shot. It's pretty common though, like, you know, like when you're down so much, the pressure kind of fogs your brain and you want to get out there and make balls, which is exactly something you shouldn't be doing. You have to like drink some water, take a deep breath, look at the table, walk around. So difficult though. That's good recovery. A good hit, and he pushes the 12 ball, I think, closer to the side pocket. That's good. I don't think he wants to play the 9 now. It's better off playing the 13 ball. Shooting it through the rail. He is a smooth. His stroke is really smooth. I really like his stroke though. And he just has to pick the right patterns. Just worried about that. He's going to be forced to play the combo. Okay, he's opting for a safe instead. That's, I think he did well there. Although Brian knows his options here. I think he's able to cut the 4 and leave himself somewhere on this side. Play the 8 in this corner. Let's see how he does. Should be able to do it pretty easy. Now he put inside on that ball, which means he was trying to come down to play the 8 in the side pocket. Manuel with a tough cut on the 12 ball. Is he worried about the scratch? Ooh, it's a thin cut. And another ball in hand. Emmanuel is struggling right now. And Brian's not leaving him the best, and he's just going to have to dig deep. Should be a comfortable shot in the side pocket. Just like that. 6-0 for Brian. Okay. Dry break. This is the second dry break France had. Another opportunity for Emmanuel to run out. Again, pretty open table. Does have to be precise on his leaves though. The 8 should have a lot of pockets. This right here is going to be a very important shot. I think the 10 ball is difficult to get to, and there you go. He opened it up. It's got a couple options here. Now I think he's starting to think about that ball on the rail, which I believe is the 10 ball. Oh, look at that. That's a wise decision. He's going to choose a difficult shot right here. And drills it. Oh. He's okay. Back cut on the 13. If he plays center ball, I think he should be able to avoid the 4 and get here if he's playing center ball. If he's playing any bottom, there you go. You did better. I think he played it with a bit of inside. Nice little stop shot there from Emmanuel. Bam. Drills it in. Nice little run out for Emmanuel towards the end of the first set. The scores now are 6-1 for Brian. And Emmanuel's first break. Emmanuel's break, though, is one of the best breaks I've seen. It's got a really nice hard break. He uses a BK rush. He usually gets 3 or 4 balls off the table. Hope I didn't jinx him that time. That should definitely help him a lot with his confidence. I think he made a ball. I think he made a solid. That's all he needs. He needs to make a ball. The solids, I would say, are the better pick here. I mean, he does have a shot on that stripe up table. Just because of this little cluster here, I think he's going to lean towards shooting the 7-5 combo or the 2 in the corner. I haven't watched Emmanuel's games, to be honest, although he's played with me a couple times. I do tend to think he's on the aggressive side. Wants to make sure to avoid the scratch. He does well. Let's watch where the 7 goes. He's looking good. Probably a good idea to get the 2 now and leave. Okay, he's going for the 1. What's his next shot? We'll find out. Okay, not the most ideal position to play the 3, but the 3 is his best choice right now. He's kind of figuring things out as he goes. Nice stroke. Another tough shot if he chooses the 2. He is going for the 6. I'm not sure if I like that. He's kind of figuring the rack out as he goes. Needs to take a second, look at all the balls. There you go. That's, I think, the right shot. A little bit harder, but he has the 7 ball, and the way I see it, he's going to end up with a shot on the 6. It'll lead him to the 8. Just like that. This is not a gimme, and the cue ball is going places. Just to take a second on the shot, make sure to make the ball, and perfect lineup on the 8. Good finish. So break and run and a table run gives him a little bit of a confidence going into the 8, the 10 ball set. Good job, Emmanuel. They're probably taking a quick break. I might as well take a break. See you shortly. Oops, I missed the break. So first game of 10 ball, they're gonna play 7 games of 10 ball now. Early 10s do count. The 10 on the break does not though. He is playing a push-up. Brand's probably gonna give him back a shot. And one of the reasons why I think he would have done this is because Maybe he can play the combo after this. He misses. Not the best push out, I would think. And 3-10 are now lined up. But I think this is the 2 ball. Brian's looking at running this out though. Don't think he's gonna play a combo. We'll see. I think he came a little too far. Unless this is not the 2 ball. I'm gonna switch to the overhead. Oh yeah, that's the 6 ball. He was leaving himself a shot on the 3. Nice 2-rail shape on the 6. Probably just gonna come out 1 rail just like that, and he even put a little bit inside English to avoid any issues with the 10. Looking at the 10 in the opposite corner. It's drawing it. Okay, that will work. That scratch. He's had one of those before. He almost scratched that time. Okay, doesn't let that bother him. Leaves himself a straight shot on the 10 ball. Okay, drills it in. Scores 7-2 for Brian. 6 more games left to go. Brian's break has been pretty strong overall, except for a couple dry ones, that one of which cost him. This is his first 10-ball break. I'm kind of excited to see his 10-ball break. For those of you who don't know, Brian does give, lessons if you reach out to him. Super nice guy. He has a 9-foot table at home with small pockets, and I had the pleasure of playing on his table a few times. One of which times he taught me a few different kinds of breaks, which is one of the only things that I've learned since I've moved to this island. All right, Brian up 7-2, breaking just like that. The 10-ball break. Nice open table. I think the one does pass by the 5. You should have no problem holding it for the 2-ball. Oh, he's gonna back cut it. Nicely done. So this is what I'm talking about, though. He is mapping out the table, looking exactly where he wants to be on the 3-ball. Just a touch of right, top right. Came up short. It's looking at a 3-rail shape on the 5. Good stroke there. Coming back to the center of the table. That's something he's going to look to do again. Play the 6. Came out too far. Think it's cuttable though. Let's look at the overhead view. He's playing it in the side. I think he played it 2 ways. Emmanuel now with a jump on the 6. If he does make the jump, he should have a shot on the 7-ball. He's in a tough spot though. He's down 7 games to 2, and he did miss his last jump shot. What did he call the bank? Not sure. It's a big shot for Brian here. Oh, barely misses shape on the 7. It's calling the bank. This is a big rack for both these guys. If he misses this, Brian's going to love getting back at the table. It's not an easy shot. It's going to have to make sure to pot the ball, not worry too much about shape. Ball's right there on the pocket, and he's shooting on the rail. Oh, is he reaching out for his jump cue again? Is that a jump shot? Nice stroke, buddy. I think he did use his break cue. The 9 is not a gimme. He's going to be extra cautious on this shot. Does really well. Stop shot on the 9. Should have no problem making this 10 ball. Oh man. That's tough. So EMMANUEL still struggling with closing the rack. Gives Brian an easy-ish 10 ball. Brian's up 8 games to 2. He's looking at the 4 ball here or the 2 ball here. Makes the 2. Sessions in the house. Okay. Justin and his mom are in the room. You're gonna hear them in the background. Hopefully the noise cancellation on these headphones work. So Brian here, is cruising through this match so far. He's playing really good. He has a chance to be up 9-2 and too good of a stroke. I really want to watch him shoot this jump shot and make the 7. Well, it looks like he might be just able to curve around or throw the ball in. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Look at the siding. I think he's gonna just leave himself. Rather difficult shot on the 9. Yep, he's looking at that right now. Not try to be too fancy. He wants to keep the pressure on EMMANUEL. He's hitting a bit bottom though. Oh, did he change his mind? That's a much better shot. I thought he didn't have that angle to draw back. Nine two for Brian. And he's breaking. Emmanuel's been stroking the ball beautifully. He has been, running balls. He's having a difficult time finishing. His uh, his goal now is not about, like, he can't win the match, but not about winning as much as he wants to break the momentum, find a rhythm, and mentally just get back into the game. I think that was a break and run from Brian, though. Not many break and runs. So this was only the third break and run. Again, the 5 and 6, one of those balls, you should see them go towards the center. 5 ball this time. Nice break. So you notice that the breaks are from Brian are power packed. Most of the balls are towards the middle of the pack or on the other side of the table. So we were kind of deciding whether or not to allow soft breaks. The goal here is to not necessarily leave clusters and force safety battles, which is in the professional world now considered like unsportsmanlike. I don't know if the local leagues have adopted those rules just yet. It's a tough choice. He's got a shot. He might be able to play the one off the 8 into the side. However, is he gonna get a shot on the 2 ball? He chooses the safe instead. Chooses a safety shot. I like it. Creates a little more trouble for Brian. He's gonna break out the 9-3. Very makeable 3 ball. Let me take it back. It's a tough shot, but makeable. I am not sure what he was doing there. He's probably trying to play a safe. He's trying to thin this ball. Beautiful shot. Oh, he scratched. Okay. The 6, 7, and 8 are lined up on the same rail. I don't like how those balls are sitting right there. Sure, neither does Emmanuel. Ends up straight on the 4. He's going aggressive, and he makes the. Okay, doesn't look like it. He's probably going to play a safe. That's a very good safe. Surprised they've not removed the template just yet. Here you go. Nice speed. Brand knows how important this rack is. Making sure he doesn't do anything more than just getting a good hit. Putting it back in Emmanuel's court. One rail and out. Maybe play an inside 3 deals. Wow. Brian keeping the pressure on. Making it no easy wins for EMMANUEL. He's up 10-2. That was by far the longest running game though, with a few safeties from both sides. With 3 more games to go. So this, I think this already puts Brian ahead of the rest of the players in the league. I was fortunate enough to get him 9-6. I caught him on a bad day, I guess. His first match, he got Lorenzo, who's a very good player, 640 Fargo, I want to say, 10 games to 5. And the least he can do is win 10 games here now. Another good break, makes the one, and has a decent shot on the 2 ball. The 3 to the 4 is difficult. Now, if depending on how Brian's feeling, he could just leave himself here and then play a stop on the 3, which I'm guessing that's the 3 ball. Let's take a look. Oh, that's the 5 ball. Maybe it is the 3. I cannot tell from this camera view. Probably the 5 ball. We know soon. Nope. The way he played it, looks like it's the 3. Now he's going aggressive. He's looking at running this out. Let's see if I can find the cue ball. Oops. Oh, he missed. Just trying to find the cue ball too. I did manage to find it. We have had this live stream set up at VLaunch for a while. So with it, we also are able to do remote commentary, which I love. And the remote commentary comes with a whole bunch of tools. Like this one. Oh, he did really well. Brian's definitely feeling in stroke by now. Great shot. Brian's definitely being ruthless here. He's up 11 games and he's not leaving much choices or options for Emmanuel. That's what this is all about, though. I'm sure Emmanuel's dying to get back at the table. He's definitely thinking about the scores, and that's going to, make him want to like get to the table and make some balls. This is where a player has to really dig deep, though, not to win the match, but just to just to like prove that they can perform under the pressure. And it's the frustration when your mind is making you do things you don't want to do, and you trying to stop thinking too much, just execute. I totally missed the break. I totally make the breakout there. I think he wanted to draw further or not hit the 10 ball. For sure, he's going to jump this. Nice. It's the first time I'm probably going to see Brian jump on a stream table. Not sure what equipment Brian uses. Does look like Predator Air Rush. Nice shot. Wow. Good shot, Brian. Don't know if he's gonna cut it or bank it. Looks more like a bank to me. There you go. He's definitely feeling in stroke. He's like in that situation when all these shots are like second nature. You don't have to think twice. You just feel like you can do anything. That's the kind of rhythm he's in right now. Nice and easy. I'm surprised you decided to come out this side. Although I do think you should be able to do just that. Oh, whoa. He didn't mean to do that. Just apologize to Emmanuel for getting lucky. 12-2. No early tens. Unless I missed any games, the score now is 12-2. They should still have one more game to play. I think they're talking about his jump shot. I do think that they think that the match is over. So I'm gonna check in with them. See if I missed any games. There you go. I think they were having an at-length discussion about jump shots. I was not able to reach out to either one of them, but I do see Brian racking, which means they're going to play the last rack. Right. You should see the 6 or the 3 or both and the 4 and almost the 8. Wow. I wouldn't want to gamble Brian right now. I mean, I wouldn't want to gamble him either way, but right now he is stroking it really well. Just like that, off the 10 ball. It's going to just draw back for the 5, hoping the 5 goes. Yeah, he just looked at it. Hoping the 5 goes by the 10. It's not the easiest track. Oh, he missed. Not sure what happened there. Right, Emmanuel, this might be his last chance at the table. Not an easy one at all, but it's a chance. He's using an open bridge and scratch. I think it was a solid stroke. Nothing's going Emmanuel's way right now, though. It's a very standard one rail shot on the 5 to get to the 7. The 8's right on the pocket, although he does want to make sure he doesn't. I mean, he'll be fine either way. All right, folks. Looks like it's going to be 13-2 for Brian today. Brian does take a lead in the league. So he's won 2 of his matches, this being his strongest win, 13-2 against Emmanuel, and then 10-5 against Lorenzo. And he is at 29 games out of 45. Emmanuel tonight was definitely not his night. He did get 2 runouts. Those were his 2 wins. Tried staying in the fight. He missed a lot of, I think, not 8 balls, but he missed closing a lot of racks, almost 5 that I can think of. Hopefully, he'll keep it in his head. He'll come back and watch the stream and learn from it. Okay, so for those of you who like to watch this, we do try to have these matches up on Fridays. Some of us just try to schedule it on other days if Fridays don't work. It's the Wolfpack Elite Singles League, and it's a 15 game format, 8 games of 8 ball and 7 games of 10 ball. The next match, I think, is going to be me, which is Deepak versus Mark Hernus. And then let's look at the lineup for next week. The lineup for next week is Mark Hernus versus Brian Wallace. That's the 2 top guys in Victoria. Deepak versus Emmanuel, and Clark Hayes versus Lorenzo. All right. Hopefully see you guys soon. Enjoy your weekend and see you at the tables. Thank you.